Hey everyone, welcome back to Becoming Ultimate Masters. We're going on another deep dive today. And this time we're exploring the concept of the Cosmic Energizer. It comes from Joseph Murphy's book. And it's this fascinating idea that there's this limitless power inside each of us, a force that Murphy connects to the idea of God that can totally transform our lives.
Yeah, and it's interesting because Murphy isn't really talking about religion in like the traditional sense, you
Yeah.
know? He describes this cosmic energizer as this universal force that's available to anyone, regardless of your background or your beliefs.
Okay, so it's not about specific rituals or doctrines, more about tapping into something fundamental within ourselves.
Exactly. Murphy suggests that this power responds to our thoughts and beliefs, almost like our minds become this magnet, attracting what we consistently focus on. He uses the term God, but he really seems to be talking about the incredible potential of our own minds.
It's like our thoughts have a real tangible impact on our lives. That's a pretty powerful idea.
It is, and Murphy backs it up with some incredible stories. For example, he talks about a man who imagined himself distributing wealth constructively and ended up a multimillionaire.
Wow.
There's another story of a man born into poverty who just visualized a better life and built a successful business.
Hmm. Well, what about that story about the guy who created Monopoly? I read somewhere that he used this kind of thinking to come up with the game.
Oh, you're right. Murphy tells the story of this struggling salesman, and he used to play this money game with himself, imagining all these real estate deals as a way to escape his financial worries. And as you said, that game eventually became Monopoly.
That's amazing. So just by changing his thoughts, his focus, he actually shifted his reality.
It's a fascinating example of how Murphy believes this cosmic energizer works. He suggests that by consistently focusing our thoughts and emotions, we can actually influence the course of our lives.
Okay, that makes sense. We're all broadcasting a signal with our thoughts. And that signal is attracting similar things back to us.
Yeah. That's a great way to put it. Murphy emphasizes the power of our subconscious minds, suggesting that by tapping into this deeper level of awareness, we can access this cosmic energizer and direct its power.
So it's not just about wishing for things to happen. It's about actively aligning our thoughts and beliefs with the outcomes we want.
Exactly. And one of the ways Murphy suggests doing this is through visualization, creating a clear mental picture of what we desire, almost like making a movie in our minds, engaging all our senses in the process.
So like a mental rehearsal for the life we want to create.
Precisely. He also stresses the importance of repetition, visualizing our goals consistently until they become ingrained in our subconscious minds.
This is starting to sound like a mental workout. Do we need any special equipment for that?
Just your imagination. Murphy emphasizes that this cosmic energizer is available to everyone. Regardless of background, beliefs, or resources, it's a matter of learning how to access it and use it effectively.
Okay, I'm ready to sign up for this mental gym membership. But before we delve into the specific techniques, I'm curious about the scope of this cosmic energizer. Can it really impact every area of our lives? I mean, we talked about money and success, but what about things like health and healing?
That's another major area Murphy explores. He describes the cosmic energizer as a healing force that can be accessed through focused intention and techniques like visualization.
Does he have any examples of people actually using this power for healing?
Absolutely. He shares a story about a woman who visualized her son being free from asthma attacks, and incredibly, he experienced significant improvement. And then there's this amazing story of a detective who survived 20 assassination attempts, attributing his survival to his unwavering faith in this protective power.
Wait, 20 assassination attempts? That's incredible. How's that even possible?
Murphy describes him as an ordinary man who deeply believed in this cosmic energizer and constantly affirmed his safety. He visualized himself protected and credits that unshakable belief for his survival.
Okay, now that's what I call believing in yourself. So whether it's attracting wealth, overcoming challenges, or even protection from harm, the key seems to be aligning our thoughts with the outcome we desire and truly believing in this power within to make it happen.
That's a great summary. And while these stories are inspiring, it's important to remember that Murphy emphasizes the importance of aligning our thoughts with constructive action, not just passively wishing for things to happen. He also emphasizes that his claims are not a substitute for professional medical advice.
Right, so it's not about sitting on the couch and expecting miracles to happen. It's about actively working towards our goals, while harnessing the power of our thoughts and beliefs to support us along the way.
That's the idea. It's about creating a synergy between our inner world, our thoughts and beliefs, and our outer world, our actions and efforts.
That makes a lot of sense. So this cosmic energizer is like having a powerful ally on our side, but we need to meet it halfway.
Exactly. It's a partnership, a collaboration between our conscious efforts and this incredible power within.
Okay, I'm starting to get a clearer picture of how this all works. But I'm curious about another area Murphy touches upon, intuition. How does that fit into this whole concept of the cosmic energizer?
That's a great question. Murphy describes intuition as a way of tapping into the cosmic energizer's guidance. He believes our subconscious minds hold this vast reservoir of wisdom and insight, and by connecting with this inner knowing, we can gain access to information beyond our five senses.
So, like, we all have this internal compass, this inner voice that can guide us, but we need to learn how to tune in and listen to it.
Exactly. And Murphy provides several examples of people using their intuition to make important decisions, solve problems, and even avoid potential dangers.
This is getting more and more fascinating. We've covered money, health, protection, and now intuition. It seems like there's not much this cosmic energizer can't do. But before we get carried away, I think it's important to address the elephant in the room. I mean, how much of this is real? Are we really supposed to believe that our thoughts can have this much power over our reality?
That's a valid question, and honestly, there's no easy answer. Murphy presents a lot of anecdotal evidence, compelling stories of people who claim to have experienced incredible results using these principles. But whether or not those stories resonate with you, whether or not you're willing to entertain the possibility that our minds have this power, is a personal decision.
I get it. It's definitely a big shift from the way we typically think about the world. But even if we approach it with a healthy dose of skepticism, there's something about this idea of having this untapped power within us that's pretty exciting.
Absolutely, and that's the beauty of this exploration. It invites us to consider new possibilities, to challenge our assumptions, and to explore the potential of our own minds.
Okay, I'm definitely intrigued. So if we're willing to entertain the idea that our thoughts and beliefs can influence our reality, where do we go from there? How do we actually start tapping into this cosmic energizer and harnessing its power?
That's what we'll explore in more detail in the next part of our deep dive. Welcome back to Becoming Ultimate Masters. We're continuing our exploration of Joseph Murphy's Cosmic Energizer, that wellspring of power he believes is inside each of us.
And last time we kind of left off with this really tantalizing idea
Mm.
that our thoughts can actually like shape our reality.
Mm.
But to be honest, it still feels a little bit like a superpower. How do we even begin to like grasp that concept?
Yeah, it's definitely a shift in perspective, but what if we thought about it less as a superpower and more as a skill? You know, a skill that we can develop. Murphy's point is that this ability isn't reserved for a select few. It's a natural human capacity
Yeah.
that we can cultivate through practice and understanding.
Okay, I like that analogy. So it's not about suddenly becoming superhuman. It's more about training our minds, like we would train our bodies at the gym, to tap into this cosmic energizer more effectively.
Exactly, and just like physical training, it takes time, effort, and consistent practice, but
Yeah.
the potential rewards are well worth it.
Okay, I'm ready to hit the mental gym. But before we jump into the workout routine, I'm curious. Does Murphy talk about any, like, obstacles that might get in the way? Like mental blocks or limiting beliefs that we need to overcome?
He absolutely does. He points to our own doubts and fears as some of the biggest roadblocks. He calls out negative self-talk, dwelling on past failures, and comparing ourselves to others as major energy drainers.
It's basically all the things we tend to do on a daily basis.
Pretty much. But Murphy provides a framework for shifting those patterns. He suggests that instead of dwelling on negativity, we focus on cultivating positive qualities like faith, courage, and love. He encourages us to view challenges as opportunities for growth and remember that this cosmic energizer is always there to support us.
Okay, that's reassuring. So even if we stumble or face setbacks, we can always tap back into this power and get back on track.
Precisely. He even suggests using affirmations to reprogram our subconscious minds, replacing those limiting beliefs with more empowering ones.
So it's like we can rewrite the script of our lives one affirmation at a time.
You got it. It's about creating a new, more empowering narrative for ourselves.
This is really starting to resonate with me. Can we get into some like practical examples of how this cosmic energizer works?
Absolutely. Murphy highlights prayer as a powerful tool, but he's not talking about like begging or pleading for favors. He sees it as a form of conscious communication with this cosmic energizer, aligning our thoughts and intentions with the outcomes we desire.
So it's more like a conversation with this inner power,
Yeah.
a way of setting our intentions and asking for guidance.
Exactly. And he suggests using prayer not just for ourselves, but also for others, sending out positive thoughts and blessings to those in need.
That's beautiful. Harnessing prayer to create a ripple effect of positivity. Does he offer any specific examples of how this works in practice?
He does. He tells the story of a minister who used prayer to help his wife heal from tuberculosis. The doctors had given up hope, but the minister refused to accept defeat. He prayed fervently, affirming his wife's complete healing and visualizing her healthy and vibrant.
What happened?
Against all odds, his wife made a full recovery. Murphy attributes this to the power of unwavering faith and the focused intention of those prayers.
Wow, that's incredible. But what about those of us who aren't particularly religious? Can we still access this cosmic energizer?
Absolutely. Remember, Murphy isn't limiting this to traditional religion. He sees the Cosmic Energizer as this universal force, accessible to everyone regardless of their beliefs. So whether you call it prayer, meditation, or simply focused intention, the key is to connect with that inner power authentically.
Okay, that makes sense. So it's about finding a way to communicate with this power that feels genuine and meaningful to us. What other tools does Murphy suggest we use?
He places a lot of emphasis on gratitude, expressing thanks for the blessings in our lives, both big and small. Creates a positive feedback loop, amplifying the flow of good things.
So it's like a two-way street. We're not just asking, we're also acknowledging the good that's already present.
Precisely. Gratitude, he believes, is one of the most powerful magnets for attracting more abundance.
I can see how that would work. Okay, so we've got prayer, visualization, affirmations, and gratitude. All tools for tapping into this cosmic energizer. But life isn't always smooth sailing. How does Murphy suggest we deal with setbacks or challenges?
That's where faith comes in. He emphasizes that even when we encounter obstacles or experience delays, it's important to maintain our faith in the Cosmic Energizer and trust that everything is unfolding in divine order.
So even when it feels like the universe is saying no, we should keep believing in the yes.
Exactly. He encourages us to see setbacks not as failures, but as opportunities for growth, learning, and refining our approach.
Okay, I'm starting to realize this is all about perspective. Choosing to see things from a more empowered and optimistic point of view.
Absolutely. Our mindset plays a huge role in shaping our reality. If we approach life with fear, doubt, and negativity, we tend to create experiences that reflect those beliefs. But if we choose faith, courage, and a belief in our own potential, we open ourselves up to a world of possibilities.
This is starting to feel like a totally new way of looking at life.
It can be. But it's important to remember that this is a journey, not a destination. It's about taking small steps, experimenting with these techniques, and gradually incorporating them into our lives.
So we don't have to become cosmic gurus overnight. We can start small, be patient with ourselves, and celebrate the progress we make along the way.
Exactly. And remember, the most important thing is to have fun with it. To approach this journey with a sense of curiosity, wonder, and a belief in the infinite possibilities within each of us.
Well, I'm definitely feeling inspired to keep exploring this cosmic energizer. What else can you share with us?
There's so much more to uncover. Let's move to the final part of our deep dive, where we'll delve into some of the most compelling stories from Murphy's book and discuss how these principles can be applied to our own lives.
Welcome back to Becoming Ultimate Masters. We're wrapping up our deep dive into Joseph Murphy's Cosmic Energizer, and I am ready for some more of those incredible stories.
You asked for mind-boggling, and Murphy delivers. We've talked about attracting wealth, healing, even protection. But some of these stories really push the boundaries of what we think is possible.
Okay, give me the best one. What really showcases the power of this cosmic energizer?
Well, we touched on the detective who survived 20 assassination attempts, but there's this other story that highlights how belief can influence even extreme situations. Murphy recounts this man lost in the mountains during a blizzard, facing certain death. He was freezing, exhausted, and all alone.
That sounds terrifying. What happened?
He remembered this story about people surviving a similar situation by just believing they would be rescued. So he just focused all his energy on that belief, visualized being safe, warm, even imagined rescuers arriving.
Wait, so he just believed his way out of it?
Incredibly, yes. Just as he was giving up hope, he heard a helicopter. Rescuers spotted him and airlifted him to safety.
Wow, that's a real-life miracle, but how is that even possible? Did he, somehow will the helicopter into existence?
That's the fascinating part. Murphy doesn't offer scientific explanations, but he suggests that our beliefs have an impact on reality in ways that we may not fully understand.
Okay, I'm seeing a pattern here. It's not just wishing, it's deep, unwavering faith, believing that what we desire is actually possible.
Exactly. And that Faith, according to Murphy, is what activates this cosmic energizer, setting things in motion that align with our beliefs and bring about our desires.
Okay, this is pretty mind-blowing. But let's talk about how we can use this cosmic energizer in, like, everyday life. What about things like relationships, career success?
Murphy believes this power can influence every aspect of our lives, including relationships and careers.
So we can use it to find our soulmate or land our dream job.
The idea is to align our thoughts and intentions with those outcomes, and trust that this cosmic energizer will guide us to the right people and opportunities, but it's not about manipulating others or forcing things to happen.
So more like creating a magnetic field that attracts the right things,
Yeah.
rather than trying to control everything.
Precisely. Murphy tells the story about this woman struggling to find a partner. She was lonely, discouraged, starting to believe she'd be alone forever.
I think we've all felt that way at some point. What did she do?
She decided to try Murphy's teachings. She visualized herself in a happy relationship, imagining all the qualities she desired in a partner. She even pictured their first date, feeling the joy of connection.
So she basically created a mental blueprint for her ideal relationship.
Exactly. And she visualized it daily, immersing herself in those feelings of love and connection.
Did it work? Did she actually attract her soulmate?
She did. A few weeks later, she met a man who was everything she'd envisioned. They fell in love and got married.
That's incredible.
Yeah.
But what about those of us already in relationships? Can this help improve things?
Absolutely. Murphy talks of focusing on the positive aspects of our relationships, expressing gratitude for our partners, and visualizing those relationships growing stronger and more loving.
So shifting our focus from problems to appreciation and envisioning positive growth?
Exactly. He also emphasizes forgiveness, letting go of past hurts, and choosing to see our partner through a lens of love and compassion.
It's so easy to get caught up in the little things and forget about the bigger picture of love and connection.
Murphy reminds us that we have the power to shape those relationships.
Okay, lots to think about there.
Yeah.
But what about career success? Does Murphy have any advice for that?
He emphasizes aligning our aspirations with our passions and purpose.
So finding work that truly lights us up, that feels meaningful.
Exactly. When we're in alignment with our true calling, he suggests that this cosmic energizer flows more freely, supporting our efforts and opening doors to unexpected opportunities.
So it's not just about chasing money or status. It's about finding work that feels fulfilling and contributes something positive to the world.
That's the idea. Murphy shares the story of a man stuck in a dead-end job. He felt uninspired but afraid to make a change.
That familiar feeling of being trapped. What did he do?
He took a leap of faith and pursued his passion for writing. He'd always dreamt of being an author, but thought it was unrealistic.
Classic self-doubt. But he overcame it.
Inspired by Murphy, he started visualizing himself as a successful author. He imagined his books published and well-received. He even began writing in his spare time.
And it actually worked.
It did. He got an agent, a publishing deal, and his books became bestsellers. Murphy attributes this to his belief in his dream and the power of focused intention.
That's an amazing story.
Yeah.
What about those of us still searching for our true calling? Any advice for us?
Murphy encourages exploration. Try new things. Pay attention to what brings you joy and fulfillment. He also suggests asking for guidance from this cosmic energizer, trusting that it will lead us to the right path.
So have faith that the universe has a plan and be open to the signs and opportunities that come our way.
That's it. And it's a great point to end on. We're not alone on this journey. We have this incredible power within us, this cosmic energizer that's always there to support us and help us create the lives we truly desire.
Wow, what an inspiring journey this has been. We've covered so much ground, from attracting wealth and healing to finding love and purpose. It's clear that Murphy really believed in the incredible power of the human mind.
And while some of his ideas may seem unconventional, there's no denying the impact of positive thinking and the potential for our beliefs to shape our experiences. Whether you're a believer or a skeptic, I encourage you to try some of these techniques for yourself.
Who knows what amazing things you might create? Thanks for joining us on this deep dive into the Cosmic Energizer. If you want to explore these ideas further, visit www.ultimatemasters.org coaching or WhatsApp, plus 256-701-324-119. And be sure to share this with others who might benefit from it. Check us tomorrow for another brand new episode. Until then, keep those thoughts positive and those visualizations vivid.
And remember, the power to create the life you want is within you.